All right. So I've got another project here. I've been working on this riding mower. This is a Poulan Pro, and when I got it, it was in fair shape. The guy said, "Hey, it just, it blew ahead, and he just junked it." Right? It was just sitting on the side of his house, out in the back of his property somewhere. But so I'd already been working on it, and I've already replaced the head gasket, and it's running great, right? And I cleaned it up. It was pretty messy, but the interesting thing, now I'm working on the mowing deck, and that's what I'm going to focus on this video. So let me show you what I got. But first, I want to bring up the fact, you always hear me, I say, all right, I got a project, blah, blah, blah. And somebody was telling me, man, you shouldn't be doing that. That's Matthew McConaughey, all right, you're copying him. I was like, I'm not really copying him. As a matter of fact, I guess I've been saying all right since, in high school or something. But it used to be like, all right, that kind of thing. And lately it's just all right, and I think nothing of it. I mean, now Matthew McConaughey, I mean, he made it famous. I mean, even my coffee cup here from UT, and there it is, all right. But so kudos, it's pretty fun. But I mean, it's nothing like it, because I mean, we have nothing in common except for being in Texas. I'm actually here in Leander, Texas, which is a suburb of north in suburb of Austin, and nothing in common. I'm sure he doesn't do any small engine repair or anything like that, and but who cares? I mean, I just say all right, because actually when he came out, when was that movie, Dazed and Confused, back in early 90s somewhere? But I guess I had already graduated high school. Actually, I was probably just graduating from University of North Texas up in Denton. So I was still in Texas, grew up in Dallas and Denton, and traveled around and ended up here in Austin, in Leander now. So actually, I was saying all right before that all right became famous, But that's cool. I mean, kudos Matthew McConaughey. So anyway, so that's my little spiel, and that's why I say all right. I'm not trying to copy him at all. So, but let's get to it. We got a project here. So let me show you what I got. You ready? Yeah, good Gertie. Good Gertie. One more. You ready? So here's the mowing deck. Sun's starting to peep out on us here. And let me show you. So you see, I've taken it off, and the engagement cable with the spring, on this mower, it's on this side. A lot of times it's on the left side here, but you can see it's hanging here, and we all know what that is. This is the spring that you hook up, and then you can see it's controlled by this little lever there. So that engages your tensioner pulley here, right? But see, there's the problem. I moved it down, and it kind of locks up. And to release it, there's the brake here that is spring loaded, and then it'll go up and down, but it keeps locking. And at first, when I was playing with this, it seemed like it was the handle, when I should, try to move it up, and it was just jamming up there. I was like, well, maybe it's a bad cable. I'll look down here, something's going on. But when I took that off, the cable is actually moving freely. So I was tracking this down, trying to figure out, then I started noticing, well, here's the brake on this side, and you can see how that little tab has broken off. This little tab right here, it broke off of this one. And the more I looked at it, let me get comfortable here. The more I looked at it, I started noticing, okay, this piece is actually supposed to be way up here, right? And if I move that up, see this notch? So that moves up. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Let me put this on a tripod. Alright, trying to give you a good view. I'm casting a lot of shadows here. But anyway, so here's the brake. And this actually it's missing a spring from here to here. And you can see where it scrapes up right here. So there's the notch. You put that on, and that keeps this up, right? Until you pull the engagement cable, which pulls this down, and it's supposed to be like right about here where it stops. This one, it was just clicking over and locking. So let's move the brake up, and there we go. So here, that's when I started noticing, you know what, this piece with the broken off brake, it's actually supposed to be way over here. Now now that locks into place. And if you see, there's the notch there that I was trying to show, where this slides up into it, all right? See that? So that was the problem. It's this piece. So I'm going to get the parts in. I'm going to replace this brake lever. Get all this lined up. There we go. So there's the stop. When this goes down, that little roller on the brake hits the end of that notch and it won't let it go any farther. Now the spring is supposed to keep this up here, right? And it's not stopping because this brake is gone. It's usually butt up just like this one. It'd be butt up against that and keeping it from moving anywhere. So that's it. So I'm replacing that and replacing the spring up here. And I can see there's a little notch right here, if you see that. That notch is not supposed to be there. I think that's just where it wore off over time. But I'll see if it operates fine like that, that's fine. It seems like there's going to be it's going to run a little rough right there. But what I could do, instead of replacing this whole piece, is just kind of file down the edges of that notch, and it'll make it look concave almost, but it will be rolling smooth. So that's the plan. So let's get started. Alright, so here are the parts. Genuine Husqvarna parts. Oh, that's right. This Poulan Pro is, you can see a label back there. It's a Husqvarna made. It's a pretty decent mower. Just need a little work. Looks like butcher paper, like I ordered a rib. There we go. tab was right here. But when you look at that and swing it over, there it is. There's the contact. So these are identical here. These are two identical pieces. So should be an easy swap out. And these weren't that hard to find. They were kind of, but the spring was easy. But I ended up finding these at Tractor Supply, and kind of surprised that I was able to find these little pieces like this. But I get quite a few stuff from them, and I was kind of surprised this was there. But that's where it came from. All right. Well, sorry for all the shadows casting here. Let's take the spring off and unbolt this. Is there a nut behind there? No, there's not. What is that, a 1/2 inch? Or smaller? No, 1/2 inch. Hopefully this thing isn't just rusted through. Nope. Go. Don't forget the washer there. So here's this piece. It actually goes over here. And this top piece, see the roller there? That's what goes into that slot. Probably can't see it from that angle, but you'll know it when you see it. You have to watch out because it is a the bolt has a shoulder on it that needs to insert into that. That is too tight. Or is it? Shouldn't be. Well, where'd it go? There we go. Make sure the belt is on. How did that go in? That way. There. That's right. Alright. Well, there we go. go. It's operating fine. So when this is up, both brakes are engaged. And you pull on the lever, pulls on the cable, pulls this down. Your brakes are released. Alright, that's that. And here's this spring. This goes from here to here. Let's see if I can. There we go. There's your spring. That was it. Easy fix, huh? See, now there is what I was talking about. Now if you snap it shut, that's fine. It's bypassing that little nick that's not supposed to be there. But if it's slowly going, it could jam. Could get stuck there. So I think I'm going to take this brake lever off. And it'll give me access right here, if you can see that. And I'll file this down and see if we can get it a little smoother so that it won't get caught right there. All right, let's do that. Take this spring back off for now. Take this spring off. Well, I guess I don't have to take it off. Maybe they'll give me enough room to access that. You think a file will do it, or should I get an angle grinder after it? Let's try a file first. Try the file first because I don't want to take too much of it off. It's getting there, but it is slow. I could get an angle grinder after it, but I kind of don't want to take too much metal off. I don't want to have to buy this other plate, you know. This piece I had to because it was snapped in half. Alright, I think it got it this time after much filing, but you can see how smooth, much smoother it is right there. Alright, well that's it. I think I'm ready to install it. It looks like the belt is okay. There's a few little burrs or whatever, and that's where it sat on the pulleys for a while. There's some rust, but it goes over there. So I looked underneath here, and I was going to check the blades and see if they could be salvaged, but you can see how that's bent up. This one's really bent up and cracked, so it definitely needs a new belt. I mean a new set of blades. So I'll do that real quick before I install the deck. This looks like it was bent up pretty good. You can see how it's folding in. So they must have hit something pretty hard. Alright. Let's clean some of this stuff off. I don't see any Zerk fittings on this spindle, but I think they're okay still. And you can see I got those little gator style blades to put on there. If I can get it on. I think I'll need to file some of the corrosion off of there. I hope these fit. They're supposed to fit. Looks like the same, looks like the right pattern, but it sure isn't wanting to get in there. I got it. Let's get the other one. Get that bent back up. That's a little more like it. Maybe a little more. I think that's got it. Alright. She's ready to go. Alright, well, everything went together pretty good. Got the mowing deck back on, and I leveled it out. Putting them on is no problem. Just has, what I like about this style, this older one from Husqvarna, it's you can see the dual front brackets here that lets you adjust back and forth under here. It's not just the pins up here, on one on each side, that adjust up and down, but it also has that stabilizer bar right here on it, which on some of them this size you don't see that anymore, but it makes it much more sturdy. So I'm just giving the battery a quick charge and I'll test run it, but in the meantime, check that out. This is an upcoming project here, a little teaser. I've been wanting to get my hands on one of these for a while, but looks to be in pretty good shape. Sat in a barn. It's not like it sat outside. And the seat's in good shape. Just needs a little cleaning. This tire was out, and I've got it sitting over there. I had to get a new tire for that one, for this side. And yeah, just needs a little here and there. The battery, of course, is gone. When I tried to crank it, it sounded like the starter was just freewheeling, and that needs to be riveted back on. But overall, it looks to be in good shape. Everything's there, so stay tuned. I can't wait to work on this one. But let's get this one finished off. I'll get the battery charged up, and we'll give it a test run. Yeah, so that's it for this video. It's kind of muggy out here. It rained last night, and it's not hot, but man, is it muggy. But yeah, so that's it for this one. I'm just gonna crank it up and ride it around, test everything out, and get it on the market, and then I'll get started on that snapper over there. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch for my next video. We're out of gas.